Cannibal, carpet, milk truck, psychopath.
I was thinking about this, Bri. How long do you think we'll wear the fingerless leather gloves?
That's a good question. It's right now we show up and we just sort of casually put them on like it's like we're putting our earpieces in.
Mm-hmm. Like we're getting ready for what's a normal job thing, like some sort of cubicle, put your suit on, and you just kind of, tying your tie. We're kind of doing that. You just put it on, don't even realize we're doing it. But
well, it's kind of like a person that's like say a telemarketer.
Okay.
They get to work, like they have to drive to get to work. They get at their desk and they like put their headset on and they're like, snap their knuckles and they're getting ready to make some calls.
Another big day.
It's just like that.
I know.
Like it's something you don't even think about doing. You just put your headset on.
We'll have to find like a new fad or style point.
I think we should eventually get the logo on there. So you can do this, like the
football players put together. It says like CYD, which is Sky Daddies.
Sky Daddy. Ooh, I like that.
Across the front. Yeah. Episode 46, recording a couple of weeks in advance. I hope by the time this played, I had a fun time in San Francisco.
I do hope you do too. Yeah. You deserve it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
it's the nicest thing you've said to me today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. If you want to keep listening to more content at the end of every episode, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/canyoudon'tpodcast. We got confessions
I'm
on
excited.
Today's show. That's the glove clap.
Yeah, it's you know what it does? It deadens it a little bit. So it's not such a
piercing.
We don't want the mic to pop.
It's like a flap.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like really what it is. It's kind of like a golf clap, but just with one. It deadens it to
It's a muffler.
It is.
Yeah. It's a mute.
It's a
silencer.
Yeah.
On your claps.
Yeah.
A clap silencer. And then something you want to see on the show, whatever you find on the interwebs or in your own life, you can send that into heyguys@canyoudon'tpodcast.com. Those are always fun to read. That's where all the confessions come from. So pretty excited about it. It seems like I don't remember this week, as far as confessions go, there's some sex stuff. A lot of sexy stuff in there.
Well, a lot of people like the sex, and a lot of people...
It's the taboo thing. You can't really...
and they're afraid to talk about it, but they like it.
Oh, everyone does.
Why is that such a taboo thing? Everyone...
Well, not everywhere, but just...
Not everywhere,
America,
but like...
for sure.
Some people are just so... Like, we deprive ourselves all the time of so much pleasure.
You bury it, it just gets worse. It is a primal instinct. Just talk about it, explore it, get it out there, be open about it.
I was talking to my wife about it the other day. Just like how the idea that some guy's not out there just plowing anything with a hole all the time. It's like, that is a miracle that's not happening. Because that's what we naturally...
Just go to the local donut shop. Like, I'll have anything with a hole in it. And he goes, all right, I get it.
And then just fuck it right there on the counter.
Do you want to have it like any filling? Like, no, I'll take care of that.
Yeah. And the thing about that is not humping the donut on the table. Like, you had to tell yourself not to do that because your natural instinct. I don't think women are sexual. Women like sex, and some are more sexual than the others. But I don't truly think that they understand the male sex drive and what that really is and what it consists of.
I know. I think back at other talks and emails and discussions of just the contraptions that people come up with, or just that dudes come up with to fuck.
Yeah.
Is so funny. Like, what was one I'm recalling from years and years ago, where someone went out, he was in the woods, like he's melting down fishing lures to make a pocket pussy. That is it. Like, that's up there, like top tier. Where I'm so horny, I'm going into the woods and melt down fishing lures so I can fuck a hole. In these fucking gummy lures.
Yeah. Well, we can get it. We don't have to stick on this too long, but just another example of this would be like someone that's going to prison who's not like a man who's not attracted to another man, but still wants to fuck something so bad that they'll plow a dude just because they need that urge, like something you're not even attracted to.
I don't know why thought of this is so funny, but you got a butt, right? It's a man's butt. You don't normally fuck man's butts, and like you decorate the lower back with like a little wig, like some yarn, you need little oogly eyes. Some nice like pouty lips. And you're like, yeah, just fucking like right on the ass cheeks. So like you think you're getting a blowjob, just a butt with fake eyes on it.
You know, what'd be funny too is like if you had this bitch in prison and you had somebody tattoo like a tramp stamp on this guy's lower back, so you could visualize it being something, something that wasn't.
It's only for 5 years. This is only for 5 years. Then we're back out there, buddy. They won't tell anybody. They won't tell anybody, right? Right?
If they do, they're getting shanked in the shower.
Right. I'll call in a favor.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's get the show on the roll.
Let's get it started.
Ha!
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
This question sent in by our son, Mark.
Mark.
Do you have a
Marky
Mark, Marcus? How many kids do we have? Sir Mark's a lot. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of all the children we have. But here's the question. It says, how much human do you have to eat before you're considered a cannibal?
It's a good question.
It is a good one. Because, I mean, by definition, any human, right? Any human. You eat any human, then you are considered a cannibal. But if you really go down to it, like, is that, and Mark brought up these two examples, which kind of fired off the other parts of the question and other questions that I have. But it was, biting your fingernails. I mean, it is human. Or
but
a bloody
are you
nose.
eating it?
I don't know.
Well,
like eat your own boogers?
So is Mike Tyson a cannibal?
For chewing an ear?
He didn't eat it. He spit it out. So like if
no one was watching, I bet you would have ate it.
If you're chewing fingernails, like I bite my fingernails, but I spit them out. So I'm not consuming them. I'm just biting them. So if I was just like biting your skin.
But well, that's a good question.
Yeah. Do you have to swallow?
Someone else's, if you're just gnawing on them.
Are you a spitter or are you a swallower?
And you're not, you're just spitting out human.
If you're giving a blowy and you ingest,
chew their dick off?
No, you ingest the semen.
Yeah.
That's still body stuff.
Is that cannibalism? Let's see.
Well, you just ate thousands of potential children.
And then Mark said, you get a bloody nose. So you're swallowing your own blood. Is that, you're a cannibal now?
I get
it. I get what he's going. It's just like the fringe concept where it makes you think, you're like,
But he's talking about eating himself here.
Yeah. Is that, cannibal? You are a human.
I feel like I don't know what the definition of a cannibal is, but I feel like a cannibal is someone who frequently eats and enjoys eating people, right?
Enjoys. Okay, hold on.
Cannibal you have to enjoy
definition. Why?
Because if say you're on an island and you're trying to survive and you're just eating out of survival, that's one thing. But if you're just you enjoy, you have the option to go to Safeway and buy steak from a cow.
Yeah.
But you choose to eat human meat.
Yeah.
Now you're a cannibal, right?
Well, yeah. The short version is a person who eats the flesh of other human beings. So human to human. It's all obviously about the same species.
Yeah.
But cannibalism is the act of consuming another individual of the same species as food. Cannibalism within the animal kingdom, blah, blah, blah. Human cannibalism is well documented both in ancient and recent times. So that has nothing for the enjoyment level, not a part of the definition. That'd be so funny. It's like if you eat a member of your same species and you like it. If you don't like it, it's like, oh, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, so Easter Island.
Yeah.
They ate each other, right?
This is back to the internet. These are things I don't know a whole lot about cannibalism.
I'm pretty sure the people on the tribe, on Easter Island, they were so remote and they couldn't get any new stuff in that they all ended up consuming each other.
It's the internet off the top says there is no evidence beyond historical word of mouth of cannibalism. But
on Easter Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not important. Yeah. What part of a human would you eat?
I think you have to enjoy. I think if you have the option to eat something else and you choose human, to me that makes you a cannibal. If you're eating a human out of survival, like I wouldn't enjoy eating a human. Maybe I would. Maybe the humans taste good. I don't know.
Probably.
But
some better than others.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like that's what it has to be. Like you have to just start, like you invite neighbor Steve over for dinner and you end up
the whole time
having him.
You fantasize about.
Yeah. You're like giving him a massage. You're massaging the meat a little bit. You're pouring salt on the arm.
Hypothetically, say that you're on a rugby team and you're flying through the mountains and your plane crashes. Yeah, I guess that joke didn't work. Have you seen the movie Alive?
No.
Oh. Never mind. The plane crashed in the mountains and they had to start eating everybody to stay alive. It's a true story. Fucking crazy.
So is there one guy that was like the survivor?
I haven't watched in such a long time, but there's multiple that survived. But they had to like cut up the people that died in the plane crash.
Oh.
And eat their butts and stuff like that.
So yeah, that's survival.
So that's you're not a cannibal. Are you not a cannibal after that?
I like I said, the definition might say otherwise, but I feel like when I think of a cannibal, I think of someone who like is choosing to eat someone and gets enjoyment out of it versus someone who's like out of necessity.
I remember reading a story about a group of friends, and one of them had to have their leg amputated. And just being the weirdos that they were, they got it from the hospital. I didn't know you could just take your leg with you, but they did, and they made like tacos out of the chick's foot or leg, and just had human tacos.
I guess is that
a funny thing? Yeah, is that a funny thing, or now are they cannibals because they did it just because it was weird and funny to do?
That you're assuming that being a cannibal is weird.
Yeah,
you're making an assumption, or you're making
I would say so. I would say the majority of the planet would consider that a little weird.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. They didn't kill a guy to eat him, so they didn't do anything wrong.
But you're still eating another human.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. But if you're doing it for funsies, you're doing it for the story, pretty much.
Maybe it was good though.
That's what I'm saying. Where do you draw the line? But this.
Well, it's not up to me.
I know that.
I don't have a problem with it. As long as they didn't kill the guy to eat him. If it was the leg was just gonna be thrown away to the alligators anyway, they might as well eat it.
Yeah, I'll fucking eat a thigh. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it? Like, I'm just gonna throw it away. Well, then I'll take it home.
It's kind of like at the restaurant that throws out the leftovers in the back. Like, just give it to somebody. Give it to the homeless.
Someone wants it. Yeah. Or like you see a dead animal on the side of the road. Like, why is it such a big deal to go pick it up and take it? Like, why do they care so much?
If you like it.
It's weird. But no, this same concept does carry over to other things. And I, of course, being the person I am, just thinking about how much dick or pussy you have to fuck to be considered gay.
Or eat.
Sure, all that.
If you're eating vagine.
Touching it. Like, I mean, maybe not be considered gay, but maybe just even bi. So let's say at some point, like you were telling me, you were in that gangbang, the all-male gangbang.
Right.
Yeah. But you only did it once. And you're like, not for me. But there was that at one point you did have like 5 dicks like around your face. And you were in the moment. You're like, I'm just trying to live a little.
I think if you did that and you decided you didn't like it, then you're not gay.
So that didn't even, you went in one time, didn't like it, and went out.
Yeah.
So now you're not.
If you like it and you keep doing it, then yeah, you're into men, so you're gay.
What about being like a stalker? Like if you stalk one woman, like just for a little bit.
I think if you do something one time, you're just trying it out. Like I'm gonna follow this woman around.
Murder. Like you like I'm just seeing if I like it. I'm kidding, but that is funny.
Well, like,
not for me.
You're
such a mess.
You're a murderer, but if you keep doing it, then you're a serial killer.
Right.
So
yeah, well, serial stalker or just a stalker.
Yeah, I mean, if you stalk somebody one time to see how it was, and then didn't bother anybody after that, and then you went back to work, and then nothing else happened, it's like, well, this one time I stalked this chick,
right?
Which a lot of people have done.
It's exhausting.
If you're stalking multiple people, or if you're stalking this person ongoing for years and years and years and years,
but you only do it for a week or two.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like.
I thought I'd be into it, but fucking exhausting.
It is. So it's not for me. I'm not a stalker.
Right. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Hanging out in bushes and this just isn't for me.
I think that's a...
Stalking isn't for me.
Think about all the things that you've tried that you just like, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's
Would
fine.
you consider yourself that thing when you were trying it?
I don't know. These are all what I want to know.
I think if someone's confused and they're like, let's say you're a male and you're like, I have these weird feelings. I'm confused. I don't know what these feelings are. And you go out and you like
Get
have
plowed.
a sexual encounter with another man. You're like, oh, I didn't like that. Then you
just proved you weren't. Yeah,
you could safely say I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
But
right.
if you're like, I enjoyed that and I wanted to do it again, then it's probably like, okay, I'm into men.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I think anybody should try something once. Like,
Yeah.
I know that I'm not attracted to men, so I have no desire to plow a man.
Mm-hmm.
But some people don't know that right out of the gate. They
True.
don't.
True.
So, same way with cannibalism. Do I think human meat would taste good? I don't care enough to try. Some people might. Maybe the people with the calf were curious. They wanted to try it out for size.
If you had the chance, let's hypothetically put you in a situation where there was just there's human meat for you to try. Would you try it? Like sure, you could pick other food, but
Is it just a hunk of meat?
Sure, or it's whatever. It doesn't. I don't care. They'll prepare it the way you want, but you have a chance to eat human. Would you do it? And then would 5 beers change your decision? But you're like, now give me that lower back.
So for me, eating stuff, it's all about the presentation. Like if something like a crawdad or something like that, if it looks like it did when it was
alive,
I don't like the. But if it's like just a hunk of meat and I can not picture what it looked like living,
dangly legs and appendages,
you never know.
You never know.
If it looks like a nice hunk of steak,
I think I would do it. Throw
a little Worcestershire on there.
Just ketchup. That's all.
You do the ketchup. Yeah,
that's all we need there.
Hey, as long as whatever helps you get it down your gullet.
I bet you it would taste really good. And last one, we don't have to enter or actually solve this, but the slut line.
Yeah.
Like how much of one thing, what makes you a slut? Where do you find that line? Like when officially determined, you're like, you crossed 20 in 60 days.
Well, and I'm going to say this again. We got to define what slut means, because slut is like a negative term. But if you're just out there laying pipe or you're out there receiving pipe and you're enjoying it, then good for you.
I've said this and I don't long time. So if you are talking to a buddy and they go, oh my God, we had the craziest night. First question back, say, were there sluts there? And if they go, no, you're like, then it wasn't that fucking crazy. There's no way your story is going to be the craziest night if there's not some sluts. I'm telling you.
So what's your definition of slut?
Awesome people and party enhancer for humanity, I think. No, I think it's just, I don't know. Slut is just, I guess you just fuck everything. Sure. But I also don't give a shit. Like that's the fun, one of the funnest parts of being a human. So being, judged over that, nope, not for me.
It's what the interesting thing is that if you're a man and you're a slut, you're awesome. But if you're a chick and you're a slut, you're awesome. You're a slut. So
in my book, you're awesome.
We need to, ladies like to have the sex too. So I think we need to turn the slut, the frown upside down. We need to turn slut into a positive word and say someone's out there getting some.
Congratulations
on being a slut.
Because I'm streaming some Netflix thing, eating some popcorn.
Yeah, and you're out there
getting pounded.
Yes,
getting beat up.
Oh.
All right, so back to the original question: how much human do you have to eat before considered a cannibal? I'm going to go with. Oh man! Trying it out. You're not a cannibal.
I'm gonna go back when you go to for seconds.
Yeah. You like, hey, is there any more?
Yeah.
Cannibal.
Yeah. That's the first time it's like,
Has everybody had a slice?
yeah. Wait till everyone's had a piece.
When they haven't had a piece, okay, and you're sitting there like, okay, I think everyone's got it, and you're like, yay, and you go up there and take a rib.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think that's it.
Seconds, boom, we just solved it all.
Yep,
love it. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
Hey, what's up, babe?
What are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
You know what's funny, Joe?
What?
Nationalism.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's. I do.
Hilarious.
No, but I'm in.
Being
good setup. Where we're going.
I don't know. I just find it really weird to be like really, really, really prideful. To live somewhere, but have really nothing to do with where you live. Like you were just born there,
and then just got super defensive.
Yeah,
over it.
Like
why?
And there's a border here, so I hate whatever is on the other side of that invisible border for no reason.
Nope.
Other than I'm here and you're there.
Yeah, just things you were taught. The whatever propaganda. Or different things you were told by your family or surroundings growing up. And you're like, yeah, fuck Washington.
Don't go over there.
And that's such a really funny thing too. But just between Washington and Idaho, we're in border towns.
Yeah.
And you go to Spokane, it's like, yeah, fuck, man. Sucks over there in Idaho. Then you come up, 20 minutes this way and like, fuck. Spokane, what a piece of shit.
Yep.
And you're like, you're all the same people.
And then it's someone that from those things like, what are you talking about? You suck. Like, dude, chill out.
I know.
Do you why do you care that much what I think of your city?
I don't know.
And what's funny is like I'll drive across the border. The scenery is exactly the same. And I'll be told to go back to China or wherever.
Sure, yeah.
I'm like, dude, I live in Eastern Washington.
I'm just down the road.
Yeah, I live like 10 minutes away from here. It's not, but I'm a Seattle Tesla driving liberal.
Libtard.
Like, no, I just had a giant Tundra 3 months ago that I was ripping gas through here. Like, chill out.
I was doing all the things you wanted me to do with the greenhouse shit,
And
I was throwing all the emissions out.
The next day, I come in here with an electric car, and now I'm
loser.
fucking the worst person ever. Still the same guy.
Yeah, but
but it's so bizarre. Whether it's your country, your state, your high school, where you went to school, like you just happen to go to this high school, and you play Eisenhower, which is another city in Washington. And like, I'm supposed to hate them. Like,
absolutely.
Not just be like, we want to beat them. We're supposed to hate them.
Right. Like if you get a chance, like kill the whole family.
Yeah. And fight after the game for why? Because we wear maroon and gold and you wear red and blue. That's why.
And you're from a town that's 20 miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that. It is. I mean, looking at the college sports, professional sports. I mean, what's one of the biggest rivals? Michigan, Ohio State?
Oh, yeah. They fucking hate each other.
They would stab you.
Yeah.
They would kill you with no, not even second guessing anything. They would slit your throat in an alley because you're wearing Ohio State jersey.
Yeah.
What?
You could get along, like you could meet somebody and have it get along. Like we're just talking and chatting. You see that person later on and they're wearing a Michigan shirt.
Changes
and you want to
everything.
murder him. You're like, we just had a good time an hour ago. But, oh, no, you wear that, you're dead.
I'm trying to think of, I know there is examples I've gone through in my life like this, where if I would have met them in a different context, just on the I probably would have not given any sort of chance at a friendship. But that you met in these certain circumstances where you didn't get to see this other part before you got to know the other part, but you did, so you became friends, and then later you're like, oh, fuck, well, I didn't know that was what was happening here.
Kind of like marriage,
right.
in a way.
Yeah, get a couple decades in, you're like, shit, this is not who
That's
I
what you
thought
look like
were.
without makeup, huh?
Right, oh, man. Hey.
But yeah, like, I just find it so bizarre. Like, we were in Mexico, and... like we're in Mexico, but you wouldn't really know you're in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flag, I think, at the airport, and then maybe I saw one other one.
That's
and then you come here, and there's 67 flags between my house and the airport.
no more than that. It was I don't know what happened.
We're only 10 minutes away from the airport.
I know at some point the whole flag discussion got brought up at work, and at this time I was driving from Coeur d'Alene to Spokane for doing that commute for work, which is 40 miles or whatever, and I just started counting just in sight of what I could see, and it was like 218 flags, and that's just like I'm going 75, so I'm not really counting flags.
And you missed a lot.
Down
probably.
the freeway, once you get to Spokane, it's like a straight shot up to work. So just on this little L bend, there's over 200 flags. And I do remember these conversations with we had, like foreign exchange students growing up. That was one thing they 100% noticed. Number one was our food. Loved it. So sweet and fat and amazing. And the other one was like so many flags. Like, did you guys forget where you live? Like, why?
Just in case you need a reminder.
Like, we are the biggest fan of flags.
Yeah.
And it is pretty, when you really look, that's pretty goofy.
Oh, I find it totally bizarre.
And if you don't, like, in some cases, you feel like being here in Coeur d'Alene, like, I'm proud American, but I don't have a 4,000-foot flag on a flagpole outside my house. So I'm like, I bet you they think I'm a fucking looptard.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean? You're
I'm
like,
happy. I'm happy that I live in this country. Like it could be so much worse. None of this conversation is about it's anti-America. But if you do say something like we're talking about, you sound anti-America but it's like, no, I want this country to be the best it can be. That doesn't mean put more flags up. That means like,
let's do some other stuff.
Let's make the country better.
Focus on some other things.
Yeah, like
not just our concentration of flags.
Yeah, because that to me that doesn't make you a better country. The more love you have for flags doesn't make you love this country.
Like when it comes time to file your taxes and you have a flag budget that you have to put in, that means that's too many flags.
Yeah,
that is way too many. And the best are the giant ones. Like the outside a car dealership.
Yeah.
How big is that flag?
The one out, right at almost the border. It takes a good amount of weight or wind to get that thing to move.
It has to be gale force winds to make that thing stand out. Yeah. Outside of that, it's just a droopy ass,
just hanging down
400-foot American flag. But no, I totally get it. And it's sports teams, hating other countries just because you happen to be born in this one.
No, I guess
it is really weird.
That's my premise of this whole thing. It's not
trucks.
It's not anti-this, anti-American. It's purely you just happen to be born wherever you are, what state you're in, whatever country. Your dad drove a Ford, so you drive a Ford. So you hate the guy down the street that drives a Chevy. No other reason than it's a Chevy.
That's it. Brand loyalty is really funny.
It's so bizarre.
Like Sony, Microsoft, like they give a fuck.
Yeah,
they don't care about what you're doing.
They
Pepsi,
love what you're doing because it makes
Coke.
you loyal to the brand. It makes you go back and buy that thing more
and defend it.
That's what they're playing. You're playing right into.
You're defending them, and they don't fucking care at all.
Yeah,
I mean, same with politicians. It's a whole fucking thing.
Politicians don't care about us, but they make us think that they do. We back them.
You go to bat.
Don't care.
You go to bat for them.
Yeah, you're willing to die for them, and they wouldn't do the same for you.
No, you kidding me? Not
even close.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. Like I go to a lot of sporting events. And we do the national anthem all the time. And it's like, fuck, I get it. Like, Jesus Christ. And so, like, now I just, if I'm sitting down, like, now I have to stand up and it's like, fuck, I just got this hot dog.
Right.
And I'm supposed to stand up and salute this thing and take my hat off and do all this stuff. And, like, I just did this yesterday when I was at the other. Like, do I have to do this every fucking time?
Embarrass myself again? Cause like put my wrong hand over my wrong heart.
And people will say, "Oh, you don't support the troops, or you don't support America." And like, how do you get that leap? Because I didn't put my hand over my heart. That means I hate the troops. Like that's such a stretch that just doesn't. It doesn't. It's not part of it. But so like. I just leave my hat on now, and I get stares from people who are like, take your fucking hat off. I'm like, why? Why does me taking my hat off make any fucking difference whether or not we salute this thing?
How much I'm proud to be here.
Yeah, I used to have to take my hat off in school, and it fucking pissed me off because I had acne. I was insecure. I had a horrible bowl haircut. All I wanted to do was hide under the bill of my hat. And I'm in school, and I have to take this hat off when I'm in there, and these girls are wearing their hat because it's not offensive when a girl wears a hat. So, you know what I mean? Like, I wear a hat every fucking day, and I have to take it off, and this girl just had a bad hair day.
No worries.
Why is that a thing that your hat has to come off?
I don't know. You're saying all the same things I've thought my entire life.
So bizarre. And then if you don't do it, you're a fucking asshole.
I mean, it comes back around to last one again, but like the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff. It's one of those
It's
things.
creepy.
It's so creepy. And people are like, well, they didn't fucking say the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, we never should have.
Yeah. It's
like,
weird.
Dude, really look at it.
It's really weird.
Really weird.
When you think about it, it's very culty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that think, like, you know,
I'm a kindergartner. I'm dedicating my life to you.
yeah, it's really like when you like if you're from a side that like likes the Pledge of Allegiance, you see it as it's showing respect to your country, all blah blah blah. But if you step back and you really look at it and you watch someone do it, it's very, very creepy. Everyone's staring the same direction with their hand over their heart, reciting this thing. It's so bizarre. It makes you feel like it's culty or like communisty.
Sure.
That's what's funny. That's ironic about this country is they're like anti-communist, but that seems like a very communist thing to do. To like, I dedicate my life
to you.
To you. It's very China-y and very North Korea.
North Korea.
Korea. And I know there's going to be people out there who are yelling at wherever they're listening to you right now, but that's my perception of how it looks. It's really weird. And
so knock it off.
Yeah, or like let's just not be so. If someone doesn't want to do it, who cares? Doesn't mean they hate something. They just don't want to do that.
They don't want to do it. Yeah.
And if you're all about freedom and doing what you want to do, don't yell at someone when they are doing something they want to do.
Right. I agree. 100%.
Everyone needs to look at themselves in the mirror a little bit and say...
A little self-reflection.
A little self-reflection can go a long way.
And doggone it, people like me. Or whatever that fucking... that SNL skit was. Yeah. And gosh dang it.
Gosh darn it.
People like me. Oh, man. All
just
right,
stop yelling at each other, people.
Just let
people do what they want to do.
Let's do this together.
Right? Yeah. You know, Joe, you mentioned something, and I think we should touch on it briefly. You were like the whole like pandemic thing. You always like I like to believe that there's humanity out there, that if aliens come down and they're gonna destroy our planet, like that we're gonna come together. And how did you say? That
was it. Like we'll come together and unite, like as humans, as a species, and figure out how to defend ourselves against defeat the aliens. And then after everything went down with the pandemic, everyone hated each other more somehow. I was like, God damn it. Yeah. It's like this, like, all right, how are we going to figure this out, planet? And everyone's like, fuck you. Like, it's just like, what?
And you know what I thought of as you were saying that? That is the ultimate nationalism right there. If you're born in whatever state or whatever country and you want to defend that state or that country against all coming in, do the same thing against the planet.
Right.
If aliens are coming down, that's the ultimate border right there. We're all on this planet. We should be standing up with each other against the evildoers.
Yeah, right.
They wish to do us harm. And yet we wouldn't do that.
Nope. That was a sad realization. I was like, God damn, doesn't matter what the fuck happens. We're going to find a way to hate each other. So everyone on your own.
Maybe someday another galaxy will try to attack our galaxy.
We'll see.
And then we'll see if the other planets on the stars will team up.
Try to give it a chance. Yeah. We'd still be like, yeah, fuck them. Fuck that planet.
Well, what's funny is the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies are going to end up bashing into each other.
I can't wait.
Here in a few billion years. So
it's right around the corner.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay, so we have a lot of confessions.
Okay.
Ready to turn it around?
Yeah.
See if we can get some shit dick poop pee
Yeah.
stuff? All right. Let's do it.
Confessions. Oh, sorry. Confessions.
First confession.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. Says, I'm 43. I have recently started dating a younger gal.
Nice.
20 years younger.
Good for you.
So 23 years old. She works for the same company I do. She just graduated management training and is in a sales rotation. So we don't see each other, every single day. So A, no one at work can know since it is technically a no-no. Don't have to tell me about it. And then B, this is the big one. I used to work with her mom when I was 17, 18, 19 years old. Her mom was one of the managers and 10 years older than me, but she and I fooled around for a little while. Oh, geez. We never let it go to full-on sex, P and the V. To be fair, her daughter and I haven't gone that far either, yet. So there it is. I'm seeing a gal I remember being born, had once fooled around with her mom. Thanks, guys, for all the laughs. So not sorry for the long email. Can't wait for the next one. Keep on keeping on.
That's such an inner
entanglement.
It really is. Like there's so many moving parts there. Like I remember congratulating your mom when you were born, and
You're right.
now it's like that's so weird.
When it says I'm like when I first read that, remember like her being born, my brain put him in the room, delivery room.
Yeah, like maybe that's her daughter.
Like how
Or it's
weird.
his daughter.
That's happened.
Yeah.
Where you caught the baby and you're like, oh, congratulations. And then down the road, you had sex with the baby that you caught. Mm-hmm. And that is just humanity in a nutshell, isn't it?
Oh, God, there's some
I know.
dark stuff you could really get into there if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. Maybe he can get like a three-way thing going on.
Yeah.
Because he's never plowed either one of them. So maybe...
So, yeah, I'm not sure about the legality of it, but I think if you plow them both at the same time, then it's not going to be a problem, right? Vegas can't touch each other. Is that incest? Yep.
Oh, I see. Like the mother and daughter. Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah. But
yeah, they're just side by side.
I wonder where they worked. Well, he didn't say it, but
yeah, that might be too much information.
What a fun little love triangle.
TMI. Yeah, I want to know. Keep us surprised.
Keep us surprised. Keep us posted.
Is it a prize? Keep us surprised.
Keep us. A J. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
It's basically it's keep us updated.
Appraisal.
Yeah, keep
adjacent.
Yeah, there it is. Keep us apprised. APP to give information to someone to inform.
Oh, perfect.
To apprise me of any changes in the situation. So that would use the perfect word.
You did it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, you ready to read the next one?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it.
All right, let me get it here. Okay. All right. This story is not my own, but I was given permission to send it to you. Strap in. Or strap on.
Hey.
It's going to be a very disgusting ride. Oh,
Yay.
God. So my best friend is a sex-positive ginger girl who loves the dating apps, a.k.a. a redheaded slut.
Nice. I
Well,
like that.
there's the definition that we were looking for. Mm-hmm. She gets dick whenever she wants it. Mm-hmm. She's safe about it, whatever. Mm-hmm. So she meets this guy on an app and agrees to go on a dinner date with him. They hit it off and decided to retire to his place to get down and dirty.
Nice.
And boy, does it get dirty. She said he had a nice ass house.
Oh, perfect.
I thought you were going to say he had a nice house.
Nice ass.
Nice ass house, nice ass car, and obviously his shit together. They end up starting to have sex, and he's got her bent over the foot of his bed with her standing and him behind. Wait.
Yep. You got it.
Bent over his bed with her standing and him behind her going to town. Got it.
Got it.
She thinks she's going to squirt, so she goes to release and ends up shitting on his floor. And when she called to tell him about it, I asked if it was at least only like a little bit. Nope. She, through tears, tells me a whole freaking pile of poop. He immediately tells her to get in the shower, and that she got sick. Mm-hmm. She ran to the bathroom to clean up, and this man cleaned her shit up. Her own shit. He cleaned it off his white carpet. She ends up leaving, obviously. He says that it can go out again sometime and start over and forget it happened. How do you forget that?
No, we don't.
because you just don't know what's going to happen again. He then ghosts her, and she realizes she left her whole makeup bag at his house. She wants it back. Makeup is expensive. He finally replies and says she can come get it, and he will leave it out on the porch. She shows up, gets her bag, and looks right into his Ring camera and says, "Call me Amber Turd." What? Call me Amber Turd, bitch. That's right. I shit on you. Fuck you. And flips him off. I fucking love my best friend. Thanks for the show. It's one of the best highlights of my week. Y'all are both hot. Oh, yeah. Let's get her turned on a little bit.
You done? Man.
Now she just pooped on the floor.
That's an embarrassing situation to waddle out of.
What's interesting about that is, I guess,
talk about a stinky penguin.
Yeah.
Hey.
So the guy must not have any problem scoring, because if he met this chick and they were just right in his house, just plowing like that, to be able to just be like, she shit on the floor and be like, nah, you're not coming back. Like,
well, yeah, no.
I mean, chances are it's probably not going to happen again.
Wasn't love. Well,
I mean,
have you ever had any little poop situations in your journeys?
Not during sex, no.
I have. I've had a couple.
Really? Was it anal though?
No, one was, but one while back. I got poop like on my chest.
On your chest?
Yep, doing 69.
Oh.
And that was fine. And I just moved on with my life. That was it.
Never saw.
That never came either. That was the end of that. And then just never brought it up ever again. And that's where we are.
You still know this person?
Just a little memory. No, not really. I mean, I fucking know who it is.
Yeah, but
you don't just forget that.
No, I mean, like,
who was that?
You never know.
That one
the sexcapades.
Who the one that shit on my chest? What the fuck? And it wasn't like a ton.
Got away.
It wasn't like a ton, but it was like there was enough. There was shit, and I was like, this is not fun. Like, luckily, I wasn't in. I was, doing finger work, and I was getting hands on. But I wasn't licking.
Okay.
I was just sticking with my fingers. So my face was out of the way, or else I might have got shit on my face. But I didn't. I escaped that one. But there you go. So just, are we sharing stories or not? Okay. You have anything else to say?
Nope.
Okay. Another confession now. I'm clinically diagnosed sociopath.
Psychopath.
So this was actually, I remember reading this email. And it's fucking, like, it's brave, it's cool, and just, I don't know, we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm a clinically diagnosed psychopath, so my morality is questionable at best, but I try to be good and do the right thing. That being said, I did let some friends talk me into killing small animals in front of them, just to see if I would react. Note, I did it as fast and as painlessly as I could, and never killed an animal who wouldn't have died soon anyways.
What?
Okay, as well as put cigarettes out on me. That's, another friend thing. They stopped being my friends because they could tell I wasn't lying. I've always had to be honest about it as a warning to others, even including it into how I introduce myself to new people. Example, hi, I'm blank. I can't feel emotions, just so you know.
Oh.
Whew, imagine this dating profile.
Yeah. I think my hobbies are killing animals on the beach.
Yeah, and letting my friends put out cigarettes on me. Telling people you are a psychopath goes worse. That's when I adopted this for the strategy, but people assumed it was a joke till proven otherwise. I know that can be a lot to unpack, but that isn't the big confession. So that was the setup into this next part.
Building a base.
Yeah, right out the gate. Here we go. I dated my stepsister before we were related. The family only found out when she sent nudes and other explicit content to my phone at a time she knew my father would have my phone. I never saw what she sent, but my dad did. So then used this information and try and convince family that my dad was perving on her and was holding back / hiding his intent to molest her. This, of course, was not true. When this tactic did not work, she started messing around with my older brother. She then was caught in the act of giving my brother a blowjob by my father and now stepmom. This means,
wait, what?
Yeah.
Can you read that again?
Yeah. So brother was getting a blowjob from this girl, and he was caught doing that from his father and stepmom.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I had to reread that one to it for. I was like, fucking what? I was like, what brazzers?
You're my father, brother.
What fucking you porn fantasy is this? And where can I find it? Where's the full vid? This may sound like the end, but after everything was official and she was my stepsister, I was informed by my dad and stepmom to do whatever I had to do to keep her happy without limits. What? What? I'll use a quote. I don't care. You have to take her down to the beach and fuck her brains out. Keep her happy. With that being said, I think I picked the right path and ignored her existence as much as I could and tried to make sure that she hated me. Even setting her up with a new guy. It's been over 10 years. She still would pick me over her husband, who she has a kid with. She has even told her husband an exaggerated version of the tale, including sex, losing her virginity to me, and us spending most every night together. I was 13 at the time of all these events. The most I've ever got was a few licks, dry grinding, and a few makeout sessions. Hope that tickled your fucked up fancies. Your friendly neighborhood psychopath.
That's funny. He's very wait, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He's very self-aware.
I know. That's what
I didn't realize psychopaths were that self-aware.
Like, I'm sure there's people that are like, I know I'm this.
Yeah.
And you just have to, if you don't face it and you fight it, but this just come to terms, like, I just don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it all comes back to what we've said in the past, like just a little self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Like even someone diagnosed like that can still go, okay. Like,
Okay.
I know I know I probably shouldn't be killing these things, but so I'm doing it in a humane way.
Yeah, that
I'm like trying to make it quick, not getting like enjoyment out of it, but you know,
he's trying to make some friends here.
yeah, which
If you want to be part of our clique, kill this cat.
Yeah.
Okay. But what can you imagine your dad and your stepmom sitting you down? Like, hey, son, gotta have a talk.
Like that took a turn.
Like, okay, like we want you to fuck your stepsister's brains out. Make her happy. Thanks, Dad. What? Who the fuck? That's a conversation that, if that didn't help the psychopath stuff,
Yeah.
seems like the family wasn't quite on the same page.
Yeah. It was kind of fueling a fire there.
Like, yeah, just that typical sitting around we got a serious conversation to have with you, son.
But he never did fuck her brains out, right?
No. He just some dry
couple
humping
licks.
and a couple licks. Yeah.
How many licks does it take to get
To the center
of your
psychopath's penis? I don't know. Okay, do you want to read the next one?
Thanks for that confession. That was fun read.
Wild ride.
Okay. Hello there.
Hello.
I have a high-flying confession for you. But first, I just want to tell you that Brian with a Y is much cooler spelling than with an I.
Okay.
I agree. There's that nationalism.
You're right.
You're with an I. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It's kind of mysterious and a little sexy. There, now for the Oh, wait.
That was it.
Being with a Y is mysterious.
Sexy.
And, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was talking about her confession, but she's talking about my butt.
About you.
I was traveling alone for a few months ago, sitting in the middle of 3 cramped airplane seats between 2 male strangers. Oh,
Here we go.
little Eiffel Tower action. With no one but my own thoughts for company, my mind slipped for a brief second into pornography. As you probably know, when that happens, there's no point in fighting it. Just gotta roll with it. So I placed my jacket.
What?
Oh,
You getting it?
Oh, okay. So I placed my jacket on my lap and carefully got to work. I pretended to be asleep so that in case I couldn't hide revealing facial expressions, it could be interpreted as dreaming. Once finished, I felt a strange sense of wicked joy.
I bet you did.
Smiley face emoji. I tell you this not because I feel great that I need to relieve my burden. Wait, I tell you this not because I feel a great need to relieve my burdened mind, but to inform you that I did it so others.
So can others.
Jesus Christ.
You're killing it. You're killing it for so long.
I know. I get in my head. Just a nice thought and wanted to plant. Your sneaky daughter.
That's fun.
I thought she was gonna say she was gonna do some skiing.
Hit the slopes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like, could you imagine just being on an airplane, like sitting next to
two dudes and
another dude you don't know, and all of a sudden she's just like,
ski poling you?
yeah. And then you look over at the guy and you're like, is it? And he's
Is
like,
this?
yeah.
Do you know who this? Do you know her?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do
you know this?
What a fun ride that would have been.
You're just not even trying to cover it though. Just getting ski pulled like out in public on an airplane. Yeah, I actually know quite a few women that have masturbated. It's obviously easier. like on public transportation things.
It's easier
Than a guy, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta.
I can't do it at home. I have to be on a bus.
Of course, it's easier on an airplane. I mean, who can not come on an airplane? That said, have you ever jerked off on an airplane?
No.
Oh, I have. You ever jerked off on a train?
No. Tractor. I was by myself.
Man, that's funny. We're just on the opposite side of the field. You can see the family home about 1.2 miles away.
About 2 clicks.
About 2 clicks. Yeah. And just parked it, or was it
Parked
going?
out by the lake.
Mm-hmm.
It was parked.
Oh, so not. I picture like, dude, what other farm equipment would be so funny to be jerking off in, like a combine, massive,
air conditioned,
this $500,000 machine, and you're just jerking off, getting all the wheat, making some bales, just plugging yourself. Oh man. Anyway, I'd like to hear places that people have masturbated.
Yeah.
We've heard plenty. It's a lot of the confessions, but I know there's a lot more out there, so send those in.
Well, she's just on an airplane, and she let her mind wander. That's what happened. Like, I was driving tractor, and you start thinking about something, your mind wanders, and you're like, now you're deep into thought.
It's like, gotta go punch the
and
clown.
you're like just a huge bulge in your pants. You're like, gotta take care of that.
Gotta plow the field.
Right.
Or whatever farm jerk off lingo.
Yeah.
What would they say? Tame the bull? What? I don't know. I'm just trying. Bring the cows home?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Milk the udder?
Yeah, I like to bring the cows home. When the cows come home.
Hey-o. Okay, let's move on to another confession here. We got 2 more. This opening is a little gentle. It says, fuck you, you fucking fucks. Hey, guys. I have a confession of something that happened this morning, and I don't feel guilty at all. This one's fucked up. Going 75 down the freeway, I was neck and neck with a Lamborghini SUV. My driver's door on my truck was lined up with their rear passenger door. The person then started to merge into my lane, so I honked my horn a bit. They slowed down to the point where my truck driver's door was in line with their front passenger door, okay? This cunt saw me, and she began to quickly merge over, and I slammed on my brakes on my 4-wheel drive 250 HD, making all 4 tires squeal, and this bitch just went over. She did it again to the next lane, so I sped up and then grabbed an object out of my passenger seat, which was an alternator.
Oh my God.
From an old small block Chevy. Rolled down my window and just teetered the shit. The amount, what? Rolled down my window and just teetered that shit. The amount of damage it did. I've never heard teeter as winging or hucking or yeeting.
Yeah, you can teeter on like a balance.
A decision, but I never heard teeter as a throw. The amount of damage it did, about triple hop from hood to windshield to roof with simple perfect. What? Was simply perfect, and I don't feel guilty as that bitch didn't, she didn't own the road. And just because your vehicle is worth 6 figures don't mean shit. Anyway, maybe keep me anonymous. Yeah, probably should, bud. As I don't think she got my license plate or anything, so we'll see.
That is frustrating,
you
though.
You could have killed him.
Yeah. Not a good decision on his part. But I know that I know that feeling of wanting to do that because I'm on the freeway to come here every time, and I know the feeling of just like you want to murder the person.
Or how bad do you want like a cool Batmobile, gizmos and gadgets on your car? Like fuck you, and just like shoot a missile. Like a tiny one that just like pops the tire.
My dad, I remember we were driving one time and he always had kind of like a new Silverado. And I remember him talking about, he's like, one of these days I feel like I'm just going to like buy an old beater just to drive around town that if I get in an accident, who gives a shit?
Right.
Because there's so many fucking idiots out there that aren't paying attention.
We just go smash into them.
There's no reason there should be any accidents if you really think about it.
Yeah.
If everyone was paying attention and not fucking around,
giving proper space,
there should be no accidents.
It's not going 40 miles an hour over the speed limit.
It's not even an accident. It's
unconscious. Yeah.
There's no such thing as an accident. Somebody fucked up.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. Unless their tire blew up.
That's the only
the brakes went out.
Yeah.
Or a deer came on the road.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Though, okay.
Okay, so
what do they call
you
those
got a
acts
point.
of God? But like, yeah, but someone like rear-ending someone because they slammed on the brakes, either that person wasn't paying attention or the person in front of them wasn't paying attention.
Or they're way too close.
Yeah.
Following way too close. I've never thrown anything at a car, but I haven't thought of this story in a while. I was just driving back from Spokane to Coeur d'Alene one day, and as I was driving, there's a trailer that was in front of me, and it was losing stuff. Like things were coming out of it. They didn't tie it down properly. And one of the things that was kind of teetering in the back and floating a little bit.
Teetering.
You got it. Was it was a Pepsi can. So it was just like, you could see it wanted to come out, but the wind wraparound was keeping it in.
Yep.
But it was kind of like, it was right there.
I
Like
know exactly that. Yep.
So I'm looking at it. And so eventually it comes out and it goes and it shoots out. And of course it just hits my fucking windshield. But it's like top right corner of the passenger side. It just goes pang. And I'm like, God damn it. And I'm looking up, like trying to see if it chipped anything. And then this car comes up next to me and they're honking and like, fuck you, like flipping me off. And I'm like, what? Like, I thought they were trying to get my attention. I'm like, did my fucking tires popped or something? So then I pull over and then he comes right behind me again. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it wasn't for a while that I realized that he thought I just threw the pop can out the window.
Because from the perspective, it looked like it came out of the window.
It looked like I just went and just.
And why would you throw it out the passenger side? Roll down the passenger side to throw it into the street.
I was like, I couldn't tell at first if he was mad or just trying to. He's like, trying to get me. I thought something was wrong. And then I eventually realized that was what he thought happened. Who would do that? Just throw their full can out the fucking window. Oh man.
Having had a truck most of my life, I do know that can thing, because when I would be drinking a pop or whatever, a lot of times I just throw it out the window into the bed of my truck. And so I've been driving down the freeway and you see that whatever it is, it's like stirring around because the wind, it's like spiraling in there.
You're like, shit, when's that thing gonna come out?
And every once, and then it takes off. You're like, ooh,
sorry about that.
It doesn't kill anybody.
Sorry about that. All right, so we have one more confession. You ready to read it?
Yep. Let me. Okay. Brian with the Y and Joey Dangles.
Nice.
All right, so I was in my very first. Jesus Christ.
All right, never mind. Let's just wrap up the show.
Let's pretend. Let's start over again.
Okay.
All right, Joe, here's the last confession.
Okay.
Brian with a Y and Joey Dangles.
Hey.
All right, so I was in my very early 20s. I almost fucked up.
That was so close.
I was teetering on. I had a girlfriend, but I was also kind of a scumbag. A girl. What? What? More succinctly, the girl that got away calls me one night and tells me, "Hey, I'm in town right now. What are you doing?" Mind you, this is around midnight. Ooh, a booty call. I tell her, "Not a damn thing. Swing by." We had a fun night and she leaves around 7 in the morning. I go back to bed and crash. Now my girlfriend swings by and wakes me up around 8 o'clock to wake me up and say, "Good morning, baby, and happy anniversary." I know. I just came by to get some before I go to work. I'm thinking, fuck, I'm a dick, and also fuck. I also haven't showered yet, so I just got this other chick's juices on me.
Yep.
So I try to do just that, and she's like, "Nope, there's no time." He's like trying to get in the shower. "No, just come on out. I'm ready to go." He's like, "Yeah, my breath. It's like a whole thing."
Yeah.
So like the true piece of shit that I am, I do because if I don't, I'll look bad.
What?
So like the true piece of shit that I am, I do because if I don't, I'll look bad.
Had sex, got it.
Right.
Okay.
Again, I know. So I feel like an ass, but fine. I went to walk her out, and she says, just take my car for the day and just pick me up after work.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm taking over. I'm over. I went to walk her out and she says, "Just take my car for the day and just pick me up after work." I should have just told her no, but I didn't have a car at the time and I did have shit to do that day. So I run some errands, and of course, after I finally shower and my friend Laura calls me and asks what I'm up to today, I told her driving my girlfriend's car around running some errands. She said, "Cool. Do you think you could take me and my friend to the gym so we can sign up? At this point, I'm like, fuck it. What could go wrong?
Wait, is this a different chick or is this the original chick?
Different chick.
Okay.
I think. Long story short, I ended up fucking her sister in my girlfriend's car in the parking lot of the 24-hour fitness while her and her friend toured the gym and signed up. At this point, I mean, you can only hang you once, right? This is a horrible story, and to this day, it's all caps. That's a weird to put in caps.
To this day,
I feel like complete shit about it, but I'm not Catholic, so I didn't need to confess to my fathers. I've never done anything like this since. My current girlfriend, Erin, knows about this story, so I'm not scared if you guys use my name. We're not going to. Don't worry about it. Love the cast, you two beautiful bastards.
there's a perfect example of the fact that isn't happening all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's guys resisting that urge. That's a perfect example.
It's a miracle. What a fucking...
That dude plowed 3 different chicks in the same day?
Yep.
Without showering?
Yeah, just letting it go.
And he's like, now I'm with a different girl, and I'm going to fuck her in this car while her friends are...
In this one, but it's like her sister,
yeah,
and not even your car.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ.
Man.
But what a day.
What a day.
Like, I wish... that's something I could never do, but sometimes I wish I could do that.
Just let it go for a whole day?
Yeah. And just like
plow.
Yeah. Even when I was single, I wish that's what I mean. Like, not now.
Yeah.
When I was single, that I could just do that.
Pull something off like that. That's pretty wild. That's one for the diary.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just love the idea that he gets a call on his phone. It's like another chick. He's like, God, how many?
He's like, God, this is so annoying.
Yeah, it's like everyone.
I'll be over there in a second.
Everyone he calls, he just has like 5-6 girls, and he's just plowing them all without showering, just spreading. Imagine if the first chick had AIDS or something.
Yeah,
he just gave it to all
everybody.
those people.
Yeah, I mean, he is saving on water. So
that's true.
He's helping the planet and,
save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yep. Something like that. Those are some pretty funny confessions.
Yeah.
That was fun. But we'll do more of these. So
a lot of sexy time.
Oh, yeah. So send it in to heyguys at canyoudontpodcast.com. All right. Ready for some good news?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray. We aren't doomed.
Yeah!
Here's that happy joy.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
On his day off, Vernon Jackson still goes to work, opening up his Cincinnati barbershop, which is Noble Barbie and Beauty, for VIP clients, and that's children with special needs.
God damn these ads. I'm trying to read along with you.
This
and they just keep
website's
popping.
shit. It's something he's done since 2021. I was hearing so many horror stories that parents were going through with other barbershops, and just the barbers or stylists having no patience with their child. I can relate. That's why we found one with Ezra who gets it. Is not a fucking asshole.
Our kids have never been to get a haircut.
When's that going to happen?
I don't know.
Sometime. Anyway, so patient with the child, Jackson told CBS News. So I figured I would compromise by coming in on my day off, so there were at least some place to go when no other barbers or stylists in the shop, and I could give them their full attention, or my full attention that they needed. Jackson said having an empty shop helps on some children who are sensitive to new environments and sounds. His goal is to help the children get acclimated to the barbershop so they can feel comfortable coming in when other employees and clients are there. So he does this. I know, and he does it all for free. And having that spot,
very cool.
That's amazing. Especially having a child with special needs who his sensory disorders have gotten, sensory issues have gotten way better than when he first started. There were so many times we had to set up appointments with this guy, and you'd go in, and then Ezra would just lose it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, fuck, no haircut. And some of them would be so fucking annoyed. You're like, well, we didn't mean to do this.
But at the same time, like, that guy's running a business too.
Right. But they just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, they don't, within 5 minutes, they're over it. They wish you weren't there. So he's gotten a lot better at it, talking and letting them actually cut his hair. So it's been great. So knowing that is something that is happening in your community changes so much for those parents. It's so hard already. So that's hats off to that fella for doing some good work out there.
Hats off and a good haircut.
Boom. And then
I'm not taking my hat off.
Hat
though.
off, haircut, hat back on.
Yeah, I'm not taking my hat off for anybody.
You didn't even say I have a good haircut. Did you even notice?
No.
Okay.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome!
Joe, have you ever heard of wiper tags?
Yeah, I have.
Have you now?
Those are the things, I'm assuming they're like the covers, right? So like on the back of they have a cat. There's like a cat sticker, and then the wiper is a tail. I've seen that one out there. So I'm guessing, I think that's the only one. Now there's other ones of people waving.
Yeah, there's like,
shit like
they have
that.
a Yeti waving. They have the Grinch. They have all sorts of creatures just waving. But there's one that's just, it's far above every...
All that.
The cream has risen to the top with this one.
Okay.
It's a very macho choice.
Oh, all right. I see where I got it.
Yeah.
I'm in. I got the refute.
I don't have any other references. Oh, yeah. There's another reference. This one is Hulk Hogan laying, he's laying on a mat, but he's laying on his back.
Like a sticker on the window?
Yeah, sticker on the window. He's laying on his back. Macho Man is on the wiper, dropping an elbow. So everybody that knows Macho Man, his signature move was the elbow off the top ropes. So he's just continuously dropping an elbow on Hogan over and over and over again every time the wiper goes.
Fuck, that's amazing.
And it's out of stock, or I would get this.
I know. This, I'm looking at the link now. It's, it's on Etsy.
Yeah.
So if you want to look up, I'm sure you just put elbow drop. There can't be that many options out there for you. That'll pop up, but it has amazing reviews, almost 1,000 reviews, and it's all 5 stars.
How could you rate it anything other than that?
I have no idea, but that's really funny. What a genius idea.
I found there's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, and it is in stock on Amazon for $17.95.
What are some of the other wiper covers out there? I guess we don't have to do this on the air, but there's got to be some really, really funny ones out there. Were you watching a promo vid?
I'm watching.
Oh, I see a couple more. There's a couple more options.
This is fantastic.
There's like some Nacho Libre wrestlers too.
Lucha Libres.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. Man, that is funny. That's a perfect gift.
Look at those Nacho Libres.
Look at them Nacho Libres. Sweeto burrito. Just like that's like the
how many terrible stereotypes can Mexican wrestlers?
I didn't know what I was doing. I tried to get
it was funny though.
Try to get into the ring.
Yeah, I got it. Squared circle.
Eee. All right, let's hear from the children.
All right.
Okay.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
The first email is coming in from our child JJ. It says, "Hey dads, I have a choke story."
Oh my God.
Meow. Took my kids and wife out to eat for my fucking second kids. What is that? For my second kid's birthday here we go. Took my wife and kids out to eat for my second kid's birthday with my in-laws. No wonder it was a fucking train wreck. I was holding my youngest baby at the time when my oldest started to choke on a mozzarella stick. Like a constant cough choke. Like it was moving up every time she coughed, but slid back down to block her air pipe when she didn't cough. Everyone at the table just stared at her. Man, the fight or flight thing is so funny.
Everyone just flew.
I know. The waitress that took our order was staring across the Applebee's. I'm trying to hand my baby to my wife since I'm sitting next to my oldest, and my mother-in-law, nurse, sitting on the other side of my oldest, is just staring wide-eyed.
Oh, God.
I placed the baby in my wife's lap. Nothing. Hey, take the baby. Nothing again. Irritated, I yelled her name and then told her to take the baby.
Linda, take the fucking baby!
I'm going to throw it. When I finally had my hands free, I stuck a finger in her mouth and scooped out the mozzarella stick. Aftermath, she swore off mozzarella sticks for 2 years. Probably, a good health decision.
Or just chew it before you eat it.
But she loves them again now. I really want to throw that chewed up mozzie stick at my mother-in-law for talking about how she could have done better afterwards. Oh. The waitress did come by with the manager afterwards, making sure my oldest was okay. Sorry, it's not the funniest story. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Maybe it will make a whole bunch of mozzie sticks and just chuck them at my in-laws next time I see them. Bye!
I love that she's afterwards. She's like, oh, I wish I would have jumped into action. Yeah, me too, bitch.
Me too.
Stop talking about how you wish you would have done it.
I had a baby.
Yeah.
And you're a nurse. Get over here.
She's just...
Oh, no.
What do I do?
Oh, no.
What you would
do for anybody else?
Paid to do at work.
Okay, you want to grab the final?
Well, I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay.
All right, it's coming in from our daughter, Nicole. So listening to the podcast that you talked about, hoarders. That's my father on crack, LOL. Lol. The only reason my parents' house inside isn't Hoarderville is because my mom won't let my dad ruin it. He was like 5 broke down boats, a milk truck, a big truck, 2 SUVs, 5 motorcycles with no title, a van that hasn't worked since I broke down when I was in high school 13 years ago, and has been turned into one of the 2 sheds that are crammed full of stuff. It's not so much that he likes it, but it's that if he doesn't have stuff, he gets paranoid, like something is going to happen, and he will put in a position that he needed the stuff he got rid of. I know that feeling. So he is crazy, she says. He has picked food out of the garbage and eaten meat that has turned gray because it's still good, in quotes. It has turned all of my siblings and me into minimalists, and we all have a little OCD about things having to be clean. I will send you some pictures when I get a chance.
Man. That would be...
an old van that's just a storage unit now.
Stuff full of shit. It's the cables box thing.
Yeah, it
like
is.
That syndrome. But it gets to a point like, I never know when you're going to need a milk truck.
Yeah, that's... that's like, yeah, it goes a little bit too far. Like I cleaned out my cord box the other day, and I organized everything. My Atari, it's all organized in bags now, but it's still in the same box. But I threw away like 200 feet of coax cable that I didn't need that I kept. But it was hard to do. But I still kept like my Nokia charger.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know why, but it was like, it's not taking up a ton of room. I don't ever play my Atari, but I don't want to get rid of my Atari because how many people still have their original Atari?
I don't have one. I got the Sega, but I do not have the Atari.
And when someone comes over and they're, Atari, I'm like, I still have mine. Being able to just go, see, here's mine. Like,
look at this history.
It happens once every 10 years, but
it feels good.
When it does.
Feels good.
It does, because I have it.
The mental damage that would do. Knowing me too, if I was in a hoarder house.
Oh, yeah.
It just stressed me out so much. So I get it. While the kids are like, fuck, no way. No way. All right, well, that's show 46. A good time.
I have nothing for 46 either.
No sports thing.
Nothing that stood out.
Instagram, Facebook, you can find us. YouTube, you can find us. Send something into the show. Confessions, petty beef, and just other articles for dick.
What's for dinner?
Dick. You go to heyguys at canyoudontpodcast.com. The show will continue like it does after every show. If you support us on Patreon, the Silly Geese get that bonus content. You can support us too. Patreon.com/canyoudontpodcast. Got a joke for you.
Okay.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
It's a joke, kind of, but also just a funny thing. So, if Bruce Willis dies from a Viagra overdose, are you pretty excited the headline can say Bruce Willis dies hard? Dies harder?
That's pretty funny.
Pretty funny little thought there.
He's most likely going to die with dementia.
Yeah, no matter how he dies, he's not going to remember it. It's so sad. I don't know why that's so, the whole tie with the valley that I grew up in and Bruce Willis owning everything. So he's always been around town, but I don't know why. It's so sad. Dementia's so fucking sad.
It's sad for anybody, but
for whatever, I don't know what it is. Like,
People always say like, "Oh, it's a celebrity. What's a big?" Well, because we grow up watching their movies, or whatever. Like, it's sad when the wrestlers die. I get sad because it's like that was my childhood.
So
it brought me a lot of good memories, just like Bruce.
A lot of good memes, and just he's so innocent, plays the same fucking character, like just all he's ever done. Yeah.
Sorry, Betty down the street didn't have the same effect on me that
right.
Bruce did.
Bruce did.
I can't. She's a lovely woman,
one of the best.
Great grandma to somebody, great mother, great sister, but no effect on me because I didn't know her. Bruce did have an effect on me.
No diving away from explosions. So don't care.
Yep.
All right, let's move off to the bonus shit.
Okay.
And the kids, we'll see you guys next week.
See you in there.
Bye.